Okay, so today is a very special day, and I just had to post a video. I just had to make a vlog. So today is Teachers' Day, Indian Teachers' Day. So let's go back. So I was randomly searching for something on Facebook, and I stumbled upon my school's group. In there, somebody had posted that that our school has started a website for the alumni students. So we had to go and register. So obviously, I love my school, and that is one more thing you should know, that I'm absolutely in love with my school and forever will be indebted to them. So I registered, and I got the news that on the 5th of September, which is today, on the 5th of September, they are gonna have an event where they will officially launch that website and felicitate few teachers. So I was like, great. What should we do? Like, oh great, I should go, right? So I called up a few friends, and I posted it online so that other people of my batch should know. But sadly, no one could make it with me. So I was like, great, what should I do? I want to go. So my mom told me that, you should go. I don't care who's going and who's not. You are going. And the principal used to teach, the current principal used to teach us, Colin ma'am. He used to teach us English back when I was in school. And I had a word with her on Facebook, and I was like, great, I should go, right? So I went there, and I was like, I was a little nervous, and it felt like I'm still in school. So those things were popping into me, those school time insecurities and school time shyness. I entered school, and it was beautiful. The people who had actually organized it, I have to say that they are the pass out batches of 1974-75, which is the first batch ever, and then there was 1985. Now let me just tell you why I felt awkward if it's not clear. I was born in 1995 and they passed out in 1985, so yeah. So I was like, oh my god. But then I met ma'am, and we sat in her cabin, and we had a chat, and it was so beautiful. It was just so beautiful, going back to my roots, right where everything started. There are few things which I'm hugely passionate about, and one thing amongst them is my school. This is something which I'm going to carry forward all my life, and I think future videos we are going to have talk about my school, something or the other. Like, I just wanted to be there. It's a big part of my life. So yeah, it was beautiful. So I went inside the school, in that principal's cabin, where our principal at that time was somebody else, but I remember that cabin. I remember me going there and having a word with him, just like the way I had a word with her. I remember the sports ground where I used to play with the other players, with my friends. That hall room where we would go practice when I was in the school band, and where we would have classes when I was in class 7. It was beautiful, and people who passed out so many years ago, they're now in their 50s. They were so humble. They were so, it didn't feel like we had an age gap or a generation gap. It felt so real.
Respected teachers, we are so happy and we are so excited. We just cannot control our emotions today. We are busy taking photographs with you, forgetting that we have a responsibility also. Okay.
And they were telling stories about their teachers. They were felicitating the teachers who had taught them. So those teachers had come. So I didn't know them, and our principal didn't also know them because she was not even there.
been a speaker. I've always been a doer, not a speaker. So I don't know what to say. All I can say is thank you to all students for remembering your school and remembering to keep this day to honor your teachers. Thank you very much.
Request Mr. J.K. Sen to say something for us. We have been longing to hear his voice. That was a terror for us. How many of you knelt down in front of his office?
Well, it's nothing but justice. I am really touched, and that you people have remembered us after so many years, and you took the initiative to come today. At least this was an occasion to meet you after so many years. I would advise you to please continue keeping in touch with us. It's not just a flash in the pan once, but come over, be in touch with us. We want to know what you are doing. It's nice to see how you people are prospering and doing so well in life. And I wish you all the very best, always. God bless.
We all remember our school days after we finish school. When we are in school, we are desperate to get out. Finish. Okay, but I cannot get out. Okay. But when we finish, today, you can imagine yourself, can I get back to the school? Everyone says this. No one has gone out of school and said, I still don't feel like going back to school.
Now I request Mr. Sunisal College to say a few words.
Well, I don't recognize, I don't think I was here when all you lovely children were children once upon a time. But it feels lovely to see your emotions. And so happy that you have come. There's only one child, I think Sonali, that I was her teacher. And I'm happy she's here with all of you. Please be in touch with Julian Day and help us to grow, not one step, but 10 steps forward. Thank you very much.
So it was so nice, and I was being treated like a kid. So I told sir and ma'am, I met Patrick sir, who had taught me when I was in class 2, and we share the same bond. He is so fatherly, he's so connected to me beautifully. It just felt so nice, and this energy, like I've had a long day. The energy, I can't contain that energy. It is just flowing out of me. I just had to, put this out, that I had a beautiful day today. I had a wonderful day. I'm so grateful to get back to my roots, right where it all started, right from when I was a kid who was shy, who was quiet, who was afraid, to now going back there and being in the company of people who are in the age group of my parents. So I found like 2-3 people who were of my age group, and apart from that, maximum were in that age group. But they were so homely to me, and they organized the whole event in such a beautiful way. We sang the school anthem. And then there was some dancing, and there was some singing, and there was a cake cutting ceremony. Sir, for sure.
Thank you, teachers. Thank you, fellow students. We have developed this platform where we can get all the students of all the batches and even all the branches, Elgin Road, Banganagar, Howrah, Kalyani, whoever are there, they can register themselves, they can do the activities with their mates, which is usually sometimes difficult to find it in Facebook.
Let's just launch the website. Now here it is, 1979 batch. So we are here only with the blessings of Shilanti. So now Shilanti will make her comments first.
A lot of pictures were taken. We got food packages. I was able to spend some quality time with Patrick sir, who is like I said, he had taught me in class 2, and who I hold deep regards in my heart. And it was so nice to see that he still remembers all those small things back from that time. I mean, who does, right? But it's just that connection. If you connect with if you just form that connection with people, that bond, I think it lasts a lifetime. And I felt that over and over again with so many people, and it just felt so right. Being there just felt so right. And the main theme of this video should be that you should never forget your roots. You should never forget from where you came from. When I was in school, I was such a different person. Now I am a changed person, but deep down there within, me as a human being have not changed. My teachers have seen that seed. Now I'm a plant growing up to be a tree, but they have seen me as a seed when I was growing. They have nurtured me, and I will forever be grateful to them. I will forever be grateful to my school, which has given me so many good memories, shaped me, given me strength and courage in the time when everything seems so complicated and awkward and weird and scary. In that time, my school has held me strong, and now I feel like I want to give back to the world. I was having a word with sir, and I told him that now I'm teaching and I'm training people, and he told me that we have taught you, so now it's your turn to take that teaching and pass it on. And it felt so right. It felt like wow. Wow. I mean, I was so nervous about today, but it just pulled me, I just had to do this. I mean, it's just like God sent. And never ever forget your roots. Never forget what made you, who made you. Never forget those people who have added in your growing years, who have been there when you were struggling, when you were learning. Never ever forget them. And always try to repay them in any way you can, because I will forever be indebted to them. I cannot repay them, but I can at least try. So never forget your roots. Always repay them. That's all. I think I had a wonderful day, and walking back from it just seemed like yesterday I was there. And when I was coming out of school, it just felt so, the feeling was so, I don't know whether I was sad or I was happy. It just felt so right. Yeah, that's all.